Hello, what is going on, guys? Hockey Guy 1 here. Welcome to my review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is directed by Quentin Tarantino and stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, and Al Pacino. So, the story is about Rick Dalton, who's this actor who is kind of going downhill because of alcohol problems, and it's invited to go shoot this Western in Rome for 6 months, and ended up away from it for 6 months. So the story is done very well. I mean, it's very complex because it's a Tarantino movie, but he does execute it very well, this movie, and how he does it, and it's very well done how he puts in multiple storylines into one, and makes it feel like one movie. I kind of like how they do that. And it's very well executed in a very original way of writing a story, and it's kind of been better executed by him. The plot is very good. It's the first act introduces our characters. Rick Dalton kind of shows where his acting career is at right now, and I really like how they do that. And it really is well done and explains kind of what you need to. The second act is very well done, and as well as it does show him how he's being cast as Western, and how he was gone for all 6 months. And as it is the longest part in this movie, it is very well executed in that kind of case, as it does show a lot on how Helen's doing and how what was doing as well, and I really like that. The third act is my favorite part of this movie. I really like how Tarantino decided to choose a what-if scenario for this, as he does completely change history, and as in real life here, and he did die in this kind of event, but they really changed that up, and I really like how he does a what-if scenario. As it's what makes this a fictional story, and it's really well executed for it, and it's very entertaining and violent as climax, and it's well executed, as well as the ending where he comes in. It is a very well done ending, and that brings a conclusion to the story very well. Tarantino's structure is different from the traditional Hollywood structure, which is what makes him very unique, and I really like that. And especially in this movie, I mean, the first act is about introducing the characters, showing what happened before the movie. Second act kind of showing all the filming and a lot of other things in it, and then the third act. This is where the hunk goes down, and it's a what-if scenario, where a bunch of hippies are kind of coming and attacking, and it's a really well done structure, and pretty unique of Tarantino. Pacing is really good. Sure, the second act is a bit long, but that was for the better, as it made sense for the story, and the pacing. It's just really well done. I mean, it feels like a 2 hour and 45-minute movie because it's well executed, and each thing really does connect with each other within each act, and in each scene really does connect with each other. Tarantino chose a drama and comedy for this movie, and the humor is really good in this movie. I mean, it hits nearly every time, and it's really hilarious. This might be his funniest movie, and it does have a lot of jokes. Like I said, it's really funny how they do it, and it's really well delivered by the actors, which is what makes the jokes even better. And it's hilarious jokes. Rick Dalton is just a very well written main protagonist. I mean, looking at him, he's just kind of. So he's this alcoholic who's kind of struggling with his career, and it kind of shows that, and it also kind of shows why And he also obviously has this friend Cliff Booth. It was really well done with that friendship. But yeah, I mean, him as an actor kind of thing, and it's just really well written. I mean, it shows many scenes and how he's struggling with it, and it's trying to memorize all the lines and getting bad at himself. And it's just really well done how his character is and it really does develop, but he does get better with his acting over time. And I really like that, how they do that. Then there's Cliff, who's this Rick's stunt double slash driver slash friend, and I really like how they do that with his character. And he's a really well done character, and how his friendship with Rick was really well written and really well done throughout this movie, as they do kind of feel like friends the entire movie, and it's just really well written and it's really well done, like how he's kind of this driver and the stunt double, and it does really care about his friends. You can see throughout this movie. He does drive them everywhere, and it's what really makes him a good character and well written. While many people do complain that Sharon Tate was wasted, I honestly didn't really feel that way for her character. I mean, in real life, she was killed off, but obviously, since this is fiction, they do something different with her character. Or, like, she does have a pretty good character in this movie. I mean, and she does have a few moments in this movie, which doesn't make her feel wasted for me. You know, like, it does kind of show how she cares for her husband, and how, and she does have her moments in this movie, which is why I don't really feel like she's wasted. The acting was beyond perfect, especially Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, wow. I mean, he was just fantastic in this role as Rick Dawn. I mean, there are scenes where he had to intentionally have bad acting in there because of how bad Rick Dawn was. He was playing a character that is filming a movie inside of a movie, which is really well done with how his acting is for that. And he just showed just a character at all times, and how he has to act badly sometimes, and it's just impressive. Brad Pitt also did a really great job. I mean, most jokes come from his character, so the way he acts somehow is what makes them really hilarious. And I like how he delivers his lines, as he does do it to match the character's emotion at that time. And he does a really good job with his acting. Margot Robbie did really great as Sharon Tate. I mean, her delivery of her lines is really well done and matches the character's emotion, as she is happy for the most part. And I really like that. I mean, her acting is just really fantastic. And Margot Robbie is a really great actor in this business, and this was no exception. And she is really great in this movie and delivers her lines well, and at least seems like she's into the role. Cinematography in this movie is just fantastic. I mean, each camera angle is really effective, and you can really tell what's going on. And I really like that. And like Tarantino chooses the right camera angle for each scene. And I really like that, and it's really well done with how cinematography is. And it's the best of the year for sure. The set designers in this movie are really fantastic. I mean, they showed off how Hollywood looked like in the 60s, and I really find that impressive how they did that, and as it is really well done, and it actually looks like Hollywood in the 60s. And it's really impressive how they were able to design these sets to look just like that. And the costume designs as well look like they're from the 60s. I mean, each one that people wear actually fits the timeline of this movie, and I really like that. It's what makes the costume design really good in this movie. And honestly, I can't really think of a negative to this movie. So overall, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is another Tarantino masterpiece and one of the best movies of the year. and I'm gonna give Once Upon a Time in Hollywood a 10 out of 10. That was my review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What are your thoughts on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.